Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos. And Manchester United have just beaten Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park by 3 goals to 1, as I currently said in the process. Haven't as yet got chance to catch up with the highlights in the current game, because as I did say, it currently wasn't televised the game, but somewhere online, maybe soon, I will catch up with the highlights as I currently said. So as it now stands, that's 12 wins, is that 12 now out of 15 in all competitions Manchester United have won. That is now 8 on the road we have won in all competitions. 33 goals scored in the process, as we all currently know. So now basically now Solskjaer has got to get the job as Manchester United manager on a full-time basis, as I currently said. But didn't the highlights have not currently updated yet, but it did end 3 goals to 1 by Manchester United. The goals, basically Lukaku did get 2 goals tonight, as I saw. So it's looking like Solskjaer has inspired Romelu Lukaku. The third goal was a rarity. Ashley Young had got the third goal, was it in the 80 odd minute? But Lukaku had put us 1-0 up in the game, as I currently said. Luke Shaw had got the assist for that one as well. The second goal, Lukaku got another one as well. Could have got a hat-trick tonight, to be quite fair, and that was an assist by Victor Lindelof. So the assists tonight were Luke Shaw got 1 assist, Victor Lindelof got 1 assist, and Paul Pogba yet again got another assist as well, but he didn't get his name on the score sheet tonight. Palace's goal was from Joel Ward as well. He got them back into the game, midway through the second half as well. But obviously we know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had made alterations in the game, as we all currently know. With the string of injuries, Manchester United have got, and as he did say, he's going to be giving some of the young players, the chance, because he wanted the young players, to currently impress him, as he did currently say. So he was going to start the youngsters, to impress him, as I currently said. And obviously he wanted the likes of Sanchez and Romelu Lukaku, to step up, as I said. So Solskjaer, in the game, did make 3 changes. He did go, was it with the 4-2-3-1 formation? He went with De Gea in net. Obviously he went with the same back line. He didn't make any alteration in that back line. So he went with Young at right back, Smalling and Lindelof as a centre back partnership. And since Smalling has recovered from injury, Solskjaer has been selecting, Chris Smalling quite often. So he went with Smalling and Lindelof as a centre back partnership. Luke Shaw at left back, as we all know. The 2 centre defensive midfielders he went with was Fred and Scotland Tominway as them 2 centre defensive midfielders. In the attacking midfield position, he went with Sanchez on the left. He put Paul Pogba in that number 10 role, where he gets the freedom to express himself fantastically well. He did give Diego a lot of chance as well. He did put Diego a lot on the right hand side, and he did put Romelu Lukaku up top as well. But yeah, what I've heard of the game, it was end-to-end stuff, to be quite honest with you. Crystal Palace had chances of their own. We also had chances as well, especially in the first 15 minutes. I heard, both teams looked very, very good on the ball. The game was played at a high tempo. Reportedly, Palace had their chances. Part of the Lukaku missed the City earlier on in the first half as well. Crystal Palace did look dangerous on the counter-attack through the likes of Wilfred Zaha and Andy Townsend and all that. Reportedly, I heard as well. But as I did say, I hadn't had a chance to catch up with the highlights. But as Solskjaer, was discussing, before the game, as Solskjaer did discuss before the game, he was back in the Unions, to make the impact. But Lukaku must have had a really, really good game tonight, scoring 2 goals. As I currently said, I think the first one, the goal he scored was in just after the half an hour mark. So the game was 1-0 at half time. And then I think the second goal was in around, the 52nd minute. I think 7 minutes into the second half was the second goal. I think Crystal Palace did get one back through Joe Ward, was it just after the hour mark in the 66th minute as well. But the third goal was in the 80th minute by Ashley Young, and that was from Paul Pogba. I can't say what the goals were like, because I haven't seen the highlights as yet. But for me, Solskjaer has got to get this job on a full-time basis, and Solskjaer did bring some substitutions on as well in the game. I think Eric Bailly came on. Was it for Delort? Bailly came on. Rashford came on as well, because he just recently had an ankle injury as well. So he looks like he's regained full fitness now. So Rashford came on for Sanchez, and also who else came on? I think right at the end, James Garner had come on for Fred as well. So he did, make 3 substitutions. Did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said, is Fred a long-term solution? That is the big question. But I think, what I heard tonight, some of Lukaku and Sanchez's link-up play, were fantastic as well. But you can see Solskjaer's brought the fluidity back to the team. He's brought the confidence back to the team. Pogba again, I heard, played well tonight. giving good service, to the front men and all that, getting the freedom to express himself, yet again, getting an assist tonight, Paul Pogba as well, and he's in absolutely fantastic form. As I did say, it was an even game of what I heard, especially in the first half, but we'll be happy with that, and coming out 3-1 winners against Palace, because recently, Crystal Palace have been in good form, and considering the amount of injuries that Manchester United have currently got, we've got about 9 or 10 senior players out, and we still managed to win comfortably in the end by 3-1, as I said. But yeah, he only made three changes tonight, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said. But we know we've still got injuries to the likes of Nemanja Matic. We know he's out for a couple of weeks, as we all currently know, and he has been instrumental in that midfield under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because I do think he's really, really improved, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coming as Nemanja Matic. And, obviously Solskjaer's main midfield trio has been Herrera, Matic, and Paul Pogba, as we all currently know. But Matic is only out for a couple of weeks. I think it is a muscle injury he's got. So hopefully somewhere along the line, he can be back for PSG. We do know Paul Pogba is suspended for PSG as well, which is a real shame, as I said. And, in relation to Ander Herrera and Juan Mata, as we all know, I don't know how long they're out for at the moment. There's been nothing much updated on that. Herrera's got a hamstring injury. Juan Mata has got a hamstring injury as well. And Herrera is a big miss, as we all know, because he's been playing a real big part in the team. Is Ander Herrera. He's a good ball playing midfielder. He's been showing that determination, to get forward very well as Ander Herrera. So he's been playing really well as well. And hopefully somewhere along the line, we can get him a new deal under Herrera, because he does deserve it. Based on his fantastic performances, as we all currently know, under Herrera. In relation to Juan Mata, we know mainly under Solskjaer he hasn't really been first choice, but he's still a very good consistent player. He's Juan Mata. He's been in the Premier League a number of years now. He's grown, developed, and flourished fantastically well as Juan Mata, as we all know. But he's got a hamstring injury, as we all currently know, so we don't know how long he's going to be out for. Same with Jesse Lingard. I think he's has a hamstring injury as well, and his progression at Manchester United has been very good as well. Risen up the ranks, fantastically well. As I did currently say, as Jesse Lingard, to be quite honest, and he's looked very good on that right hand side as Jesse Lingard. But we don't know how long he's going to be out for. We do know that Anthony Martial is still out with a groin injury as well. But we do know, the main attacking trio Solskjaer has been going with since he's coming has obviously been, Martial on the left, Rashford centrally, and obviously, Lingard on the right hand side, as I said. But he only made 3 changes tonight, so he did make some alterations, as I said. But obviously in relation to Romelu Lukaku, as I said, to be fair to Lukaku, since Solskjaer's come in, I think his forms are being rejuvenated fantastically well, and we know mainly he hasn't been first choice, but as I did say, now we know with the current injuries, Manchester United he could be now giving more opportunities, especially scoring twice tonight as well. I know everyone has concerns about his first touch and all that. He was the big impact tonight. Right, we got that victory, because he did get 2 goals. Did Romelu Lukaku. There has been speculation, that Manchester United could sell him in the summer. If Manchester United do decide to sell Lukaku in the summer, reportedly he's indicated that he does want to make the move to Juventus. Lukaku, if he does decide to leave in the summer. But to be fair to him, his performances have improved since Solskjaer's coming. When he's had the opportunity to play Lukaku, as I said, we must have played well tonight. To get two goals. Romelu Lukaku, as I said, but mainly he's been making substitute appearances since Solskjaer's coming. But he has been scoring goals. He has been providing, and as I did say, his form has been rejuvenated. And overall, he's got a good pedigree in the Premier League as Romelu Lukaku, because he has scored a lot of goals, throughout his playing career so far in the Premier League. And he's still 25, 26 years of age. He's Romelu Lukaku, but we do know mainly that Rashford has been first choice over him, as I said, because what Rashford can offer up front, Lukaku cannot do this, as I said. But now I think Rashford, as we gain full fitness, because he did come on in the match, did Marcus Rashford as well, so he must have recovered from his ankle injury, as I currently said. Sanchez tonight, I didn't see the highlights because I haven't had a chance to see the highlights as well. I'm just giving you an update on the goals and all that. I heard there was a lot of chances created in the game. I heard Lukaku missed a sitter in the first half as well. I think the first goal, did Luke Shaw, didn't he make an amazing run down the left hand side? Didn't he beat 4 Palace players or something like that? I heard about as well, but I need to catch up with the highlights on the game as well. Of course, I hadn't heard Solskjaer's post-match interview as well. I will do it after this current video. But yeah, it was good to see Lukaku get 2 goals. It was good to see Lindelof get an assist. It was good to see who was the other one that got the assist there? Paul Pogba got the assist for Paul Pogba got the assist for Ashley Young's goal, didn't he? Lindelof got the assist for Lukaku's goal, and also too Luke Shaw got the assist for Lukaku's first goal as well. But yeah, a great win as I currently said. But you can see that Solskjaer's brought the fluidity back to the team as we all currently know, and I think now basically he's following Alex Ferguson's philosophy as we all currently know. As I said, we do need some new additions into the club in the summer, as we all know, because we are still lacking in key areas, as we all can know. We are lacking in key areas, but as I did say, we are going to get the money in the summer to spend. I think we're going to get around 200 odd million to spend in the summer, but I think the board and Ed Woodward and all that, amazed with Solskjaer's fantastic progression, at the club, as I currently said, because he was a great player, for 11 years under Alex Ferguson, won a lot of trophies and all that under Alex Ferguson, for 11 years. Hasn't really won out in terms of silver as yet as a manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but I do think that is to come, and I do believe he can take this team forward. He can elevate this team to that high level and get us back, in that commanding position, where we do currently want to be. Of course, we want to get top four this season. We do want to keep the pressure on that top four. We do want to progress in the FA Cup as well, and we've got a great chance of winning the FA Cup this season. But you can see that, the team's playing as a unit. We're creating more chances, we're scoring more goals. We're getting fullbacks high up the pitch. And as Solskjaer did say, regardless of the injuries we've got, he was going to give everybody the chance anyway, including the young players, the fringe players, as we all currently know. And Solskjaer is getting the best out of this team now, which is very good news, as I said. And considering when Solskjaer came, I didn't expect us to have this good a start, when Solskjaer got recommended in, as I said. Considering that we've had injuries since Solskjaer's coming, we've even got more injuries now. And, considering that we didn't invest in the January transfer window. So basically, Solskjaer's inheriting, the 11 players, Jose Mourinho got into the club. There's still some players here from Louis van Gaal. There's still some players here from the Alex Ferguson days as well. He has done an absolutely terrific job as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As I said, he's got them playing in the right vein, the right manner. As I said, you can see the beliefs in the team that they do want to play for this manager. You can see that defenders are willing to play out from the back. You can see that we've got good ball playing midfielders, and you can see in our attacking line that they have got the ability to attack, play balls, score goals, and all that, which is very good to see indeed. But he did confirm before the game Solskjaer was going to recommend some youngsters, to get given a chance. Angel Gomez wasn't there. I thought Angel Gomez would have made the trip. Chong didn't play, but he was currently on the bench. Was that young Chong? But James Garner did come on right near the end as well for Fred, as I said. But I haven't watched the highlights, so I can't, say out about Fred's performance, to be quite honest, because he has lacked real game time as Fred, as we all currently know as a Manchester United player. But now, as I did say, with the injuries we've got in that midfield, it could give chances for the likes of Fred, Scott McTominay, of course, who played tonight as well, and Andres Pereira. Andres Pereira, of course, didn't play tonight, as we all currently know. In relation to Andres Pereira, Solskjaer has had talks regarding Andres Pereira's future. I think Solskjaer wants to get him to a new long-term contract, but his game time will come, for this period, while we've got these injuries in midfield. His game time will come, while we've got these injuries in midfield. As I said, Andres Pereira's, because obviously, he has strong reservations about his game time. As I said, he is still only young, of course. He's Andres Pereira's, 23 years of age, and he did have two successful spells, in La Liga with Granada and Valencia, and he was a first team regular, was Andres Pereira. But Solskjaer has been in talks, of trying to agree a new contract because his current deal ends in the summer. Scott McTominay, of course, was playing alongside Fred tonight. They were both centre defence. They were both holding midfielders, as we all currently know. But yeah, it's going to give chances for the likes of Scott McTominay, Fred and Andres Pereira and all that to get a chance with Matic injured, Herrera injured, as we all can know. But regardless, he was going to rotate the squad anyway, was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But this man is the right man for Manchester United, as we all can know. And I do think, the glory days are returning. He's brought the fear factor back to the club, as I currently said, and he's got us playing in the right vein. He's got the right philosophy, as I said, and he loves the attacking football. He also likes the width as well, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Shame we didn't keep another clean sheet tonight as well, because away from home, we've been doing very, very well, especially defensively, because we have been keeping clean sheets. But De Gea has still made 100 Premier League clean sheets, which is very, very good indeed. I do still expect departures in the summer without a shadow of a doubt. So it would be ideal maybe to get some young players, that could grow and develop, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the summer. And Solskjaer's going to have a big say on our transfer plans in the summer anywhere. But as I did say, we're still looking to hire a director of football to come in as well. But it'll only cost us little money, to recommend Solskjaer in, for him to get the job on a full-time basis. It'll only cost us around, an additional fee of around £7-8 million, to give him the job on a full-time basis. But I think now he has got to be the favourite now as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to get the job on a full-time basis. This is a valuable win considering the amount of injuries we had. We had about 9 or 10 senior players out, as I said. And, Solskjaer, he knows his best 11 anywhere, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But as objective this season, get that top four, hopefully. Keep the pressure on that top four, because these are quite a few teams going for it, because if we get top four, invest more money in that scenario, get Champions League for next season as well, and hopefully, we can progress in the FA Cup as well. And if we win that, we'll invest, we'll get money, for winning that FA Cup as well, which is very, very good indeed. But Solskjaer knows the club, he knows the chaplains of the club, and he knows the club inside out, because he was a great player for 11 years under Alex Ferguson, as I said, and now he's becoming a great manager, as I said. And I think even all the pundits, Ferguson said he should be given the job. You could say, even Ferguson, the ex-Man United manager, said he should be given the job. Ryan Giggs said he should be given the job. I think Carragher said he should be given the job. Even Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said he believes that, Solskjaer will get the job as Manchester United manager on a full-time basis. He's brought the fluidity back to the team. He's got the team motivated, and you can see that we are playing that free-flowing attacking football, as we all know. We're all playing as a unit, and it's very, very good to see. You can see the front men are interchanging very, very well together, and I think Paul Pogba, suits that number 10 position. I know you can play him, in the mid, but I think he looks better in a number 10 position, just behind the centre forward, as I said, because he gives good service to the front men. He plays them delicate passes as well. He didn't score tonight, but he did get an assist, for Ashley Young's third goal, and Ashley Young's very, very rare, very, very rare. I can't remember his last goal, before tonight, Ashley Young, but he's still been a very, very good servant at the club. We do know he's too old now. He's 33 years of age, but it was still good to see, Young get his name on the score sheet tonight as well. We have extended his current deal, as we all know, by a further year, so he could maybe leave next summer, not this summer coming up, the summer after. That's when Ashley Young, could potentially leave. But we've still got other injuries, as we all know. Jones is unwell, Damian's injured, Valencia's injured, as I said, Herrera's injured, Mata's injured, Lingard's injured, Martial's injured, Rashford, I think's just recovered from injury as well. So considering the amount of injuries, we've currently got, that is a great victory tonight. Palace want part tonight, of what I heard. Palace played well. They did cause us a few problems. They had, quite a few chances of their own, did Palace. They look good on the counter-attack at times. They look very, very good and sharp on the ball as well, did Palace. And recently, they have been in a really, really good form of Crystal Palace. So that is a really, really good win. And overall, anyway, we've got a fantastic record against Crystal Palace, as we all currently know. But other results tonight, Arsenal beat Bournemouth comfortably by 5-1 at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal, since that Bates Borisov defeat, in the first leg they had in the Europa League, they have won, three on the trot since they lost that Bates Borisov game. They beat Southampton, was it, at the weekend? They beat Bates Borisov in the second leg, didn't they? 3-0 Southampton the weekend. They beat Bournemouth comfortably by 5-1 tonight as well. So they do remain in the top four. Chelsea won at home to Tottenham tonight as well, 2-0. Tottenham lost 2 in a row now, losing at Burnley, losing tonight as well. What the other results, Liverpool won comfortably at home to Watford 5-0 as well. So I still think Liverpool remain top of the league. Manchester City only beat West Ham tonight by 1-0 as well. So that's the results tonight. I think Southampton did they beat Fulham to a 3-0 as well. But that's our next match, Southampton at the weekend. As I said, it is at Old Trafford. I do expect, Manchester United, to definitely win that. Should be an easy 3 points for Manchester United against Southampton, as we all know, because, they're fighting relegation this season as Southampton. They have, been poor this season. They recommended Ralph Hasenhüttl in, was it, back in December, because obviously, Mark Hughes got sacked earlier on in the season as well. We did actually draw with Southampton early on this season, by was it 2-2 or something like that. The last 4 games with Southampton, 3 of them have actually been draws. 2 of them were actually 0-0 draws as well. But yeah, I'm really confident going into that game as well. I do probably consider that Solskjaer will probably make a couple of changes in that game as well. But Smalling, I think he's showing a good defensive distribution. In the games he's been playing since he's recovered from injury. He's actually been Solskjaer's preferred choice alongside Lindelof in that central defensive area, as we all know. But I think Smalling's really improved. Since he's recovered from injury, I think he's put in a good defensive performance out. I think Lindelof's progression as a Manchester United player is looking very good as well. He's showing that determination he can play out from the back, and Lindelof's getting more involved. So I have been really impressed, with Victor Lindelof's performances. To be quite honest with you, in his first season, he was struggling, but I think this season, he's playing really well. Is Victor Lindelof, as I said. But we do know that we do need an experienced, strong central defender. But the club will pan, for investment in the summer, because we are aware that we still need investment into the club. But considering all the injuries we had tonight, it was a shock that we actually won that game 3-1. As I said, I expected us to win. I actually said 2-0, didn't I, in my prediction, as you did see on my video earlier on as well. As you did see earlier on as well. But the Fergie days are returning, as I said, and I do think this team can become a replica of what the team achieved and did under Alex Ferguson. So if we can get some signings in the summer, I think definitely we can be potentially title contenders for next season. To be quite honest with you, I do think we can win the FA Cup, because when we're playing in this kind of vein, as I currently said, we're capable of beating anybody when we're playing this free flowing attacking football. Playing in numbers and all that, we are capable of beating anybody. We can beat Liverpool, we can beat Man City. We can beat anybody playing in this way, as I said. But after the Southampton game, we have got 2 difficult games coming up. We've got PSG in the second leg. Don't rule us out. We are capable of coming back from 2 goals down. It can happen, as I currently said, because we used to be comeback kings under Alex Ferguson, on a lot of occasions as well. So don't rule us out. We know it's going to be a very difficult game, and we know that we have got injuries as well. PSG, I think, have got injuries of their own as well. Paris Saint-Germain. So it will be a difficult game. Arsenal away at the Emirates, will be a very difficult game as well. That's Saturday or Sunday, the 10th of March, is it, or something like that? I will check it up. But they are in a good run of form now, at Arsenal, as I said. But they've got injuries of their own as well. They've had quite a few injury problems this season as well of Arsenal. But we have won our last 2 visits to the Emirates. Stuffed them in the FA Cup earlier on in the season in the 5th round. Won comfortably. Or was it the 4th round? Won comfortably by 3-1, as I said. And Lukaku played a big part in that game. He got 2 assists in that game as well. Did Romelu Lukaku. Beat them last season at the Emirates as well, 3-1. Was that game when they had 30-odd shots or something like that. But yeah, Arsenal, I'll go from an Arsenal perspective. Arsenal are in a good run of form now. And they've bounced back since, they lost that game to Bates Borisov in the first leg, as I currently said. They have still got long-term absences to the likes of Rob Holding and Hector Bellerin and who's the other one, Danny Welbeck as well. But they've had other injury problems this season. They've had Ozil out, a couple of times of injury. They've had Koscielny, who's had a couple of injury problems this season. Socrates has had a couple of injury problems this season as well. And Arsenal have got a very good team, as I said, and they have got a run, and Arsenal have got the money. Just Stan Kroenke is not spending that money, and that's the current problem. Stan Kroenke is not currently spending that money. He's basically taking money out of the club, and this is why currently Arsenal want him out. And it's only Umre's first season, so to say it's his first season, he's done a really good job as Umre. He's got a pretty decent pedigree as well. He won trophies when he was at Paris Saint-Germain. I think he won a couple of trophies when he was managing Sevilla as well, Umre. So he is a pretty decent manager. Arsenal are still aware that investment is definitely needed in their squad. They have got a pretty decent team of Arsenal, but not good enough to be up there challenging for the league. As I said, they only got 1 loan signing in January because they were only restricted to loan signings. If Stan Kroenke would have invested that money, Arsenal could have maybe got some permanent signings back in the January transfer window. But I haven't seen Denis Suarez play. They paid initial 2 million with an option to buy in the summer for around 17-18 million pounds or something like that. And of course, Umre knows him very well, because before he came to Arsenal, he previously managed and he worked with Denis Suarez as I currently said. But they did win by 5-1 today. And in the last couple of games as well, Ozil starting to get in the team now, because obviously for the majority of this season, Ozil has found game time very difficult at Arsenal, and that's why there's been strong speculation of him, leaving in the summer. There was speculation of him leaving in January as well. But to be fair, his performances have been improved because in the last couple of games, he has been playing as Mesut Ozil, as I said. And Arsenal still know how much of a central player he is to their club. I think this is his sixth season now at Arsenal. He has won quite a few trophies, and overall, he has got that winning philosophy as a player. And he has got a good winning pedigree as a player in terms of silverware because he won trophies at Real Madrid. I think he played for did he play for Werder Bremen at one point? He actually began his youth career with Schalke, where did Mesut Ozil as well. Of course, he's on £350,000 a week. Reports coming out a while back saying that Umreme wanted to sell him off, to raise some funds and to save millions in terms of finances and stuff like that. But yeah, he's had a couple of injury problems as well as Ozil. He has enjoyed a difficult season under Umreme, but now he's starting to get in the team more. Is Mesut Ozil as I currently said, and he's still a very very good player. And Arsenal currently know that. And of course as well, Aubameyang and Lacazette, I do think they had a fantastic partnership in Arsenal squad, and they've both got a pretty, they've got a good pedigree. Both them players. Aubameyang was good at Dortmund. Lacazette, was good at Lyon as well, and they are two really really good players. And I do think their combination, together is fantastic as well. And Arsenal do play good attacking football. And early on the season, they went 22 games unbeaten as well. But it is, and obviously they want to get top four this season. To Arsenal, the only chance they've got this season of winning any silverware, of course, is the Europa League. So they'll either want to succeed in the Europa League so they can get automatic Champions League qualification for next season, or obviously finish in the top four so they can qualify for Champions League next season as well. And obviously it will invest money into Arsenal's club so they can attract players interest in the summer as well. Obviously in relation to Ramsey, Arsenal do know he's going, but I think he has still been playing Aaron Ramsey. I think in relation to Aaron Ramsey, he's set to become the highest British played player. Is Aaron Ramsey, because he's already signed a 4-year deal to join Juventus, and I think he'll fit into the Juventus team very very well. But Arsenal have given him a good standing ovation. He's been a good servant to their club. I think he's been there 11 years now, so he's been at Arsenal over a decade. He's made over 300 appearances, scored 60 odd goals as Aaron Ramsey as well, and he has been a very very good servant to Arsenal, as I said. And Arsenal paid £5 million for him from Cardiff, where he'd risen up the youth system, Aaron Ramsey as well. But he's set to join Juventus, of course, in the summer. He's set to become the highest British played player. He's going to be the second highest played player at Juventus as well, just behind Cristiano Ronaldo. And I think all in all, he's going to be the 8th best played as well, is Aaron Ramsey. But Arsenal have given him a good standing ovation. He's been a very, very good servant to their club. Obviously, contract talks had broken down last year. So when his contract ends, that's when he's going to be going to a Juventus. So he's going to be joining Juventus on the free, but he's going to be the highest British played player. As that has confirmed, is the Welshman, and he's 28 years of age now, is Aaron Ramsey. But yeah, Arsenal must have played well tonight, to beat Bournemouth 5-1. And don't forget, Bournemouth, they did well at the start of the season, to be quite honest with you, but they had a few injuries of their own. Let's be honest, they had Callum Wilson injured, one of their best players this season, Bournemouth. I think they had Stanislas injured. Did they have David Brooks injured as well? They've got Lewis Cook out for the season. Simon Francis is injured as well. So Bournemouth did have a lot of injury problems, going into the game as well. But I knew Arsenal were going to win that game tonight. As I said. City won by 1-0 as well against West Ham. Wasn't that a penalty or something like that I heard about as well? Chelsea won at home to Tottenham, as I said, 2-0. So they're keeping the pressure on the top four as well at Chelsea. And of course, Chelsea do want to get that top four this season, as I said. Or of course, they do obviously, want to succeed in the Europa League as well. As you did notice tonight, Sarri dropped Kepa, obviously, and he, played, what's his name, Carabo. I can't pronounce his name, Carabo, something like that. Yeah, but Chelsea did win 2-0, and Tottenham are in a bit of bad run of form at the moment. Lost 2 out of 2 now in a row, losing to Burnley, losing tonight. As I said, I still think Tottenham will definitely. Thank you. Thanks for commenting. I do think, Tottenham will still definitely, get into the top four, as I said, because they still have currently got a good squad. Kane's not too long ago, just recently recovered from injury as well. They've still got Dele Alli out through injury as well of Tottenham, as I said. And, as it does stand now, Arsenal are 4 points behind Tottenham. So if Arsenal can get victory at the weekend against Tottenham, Arsenal will only be 1 point behind Tottenham, if Arsenal can get victory at Tottenham at the weekend. But Arsenal at the moment are in a good run of form since the had that defeat to Bates Borisov. You know, they've won 3 out of 3 of Arsenal as well. But going back to me as a Manchester United fan, you know, what I heard, I didn't watch the highlights. I said it was a great performance tonight. Good to see, you know, Lukaku get 2 goals as well. Good to see Ashley Young score as well. The assists were Paul Pogba for the Ashley Young third one. Luke Shaw got the assist for Lukaku's first, and Lindelof got the assist for Lukaku's second as well. So, you know, Solskjaer's inspired Romelu Lukaku, even though we have been hearing rumours that he could leave Manchester United in the summer. We have been hearing a narrative about it today that that if he is to leave, he's indicated that he wants to go to Juventus, Lukaku, as I said. But as I do keep updating you, we still need signs in that team if we are going to be potentially, you know, title contenders. I only think we need probably about 3 signings in the summer, you know, for us to potentially, you know, be a title contenders. As I said, we are going to get around 200 odd million to spend in the summer as well. And I back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You know, I've got a lot of trustworthy in him. His tactics are right. You know, he knows what he's doing. He doesn't rest on his laurels. You know, if he sees a problem, he addresses that problem, and it's the simple as that as well. So if you've got any comments to put down, you know, put your comments down as well. But I knew we was going to win tonight anyway, because Palace are a great team. But even though recently they have been in good form, you know, they've got Roy Hodgson, and throughout his managerial, I think he's managed about 20 teams as Roy Hodgson, as we all currently know as well. But I'll try and catch up with the highlights on the game, as I said. We still got to sort contract renewals out. I hope Herrera can come to an agreement on a new contract. I hope as well, who's the other one, Rashford. I think he's on the verge of signing a new 6-year deal at Manchester United as well, worth around, £200,000 a week. So he's going to get a massive wage increase. 21 years of age, and he's flourished fantastically well under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. His current deal ends in 2020 with an option of a further year as well. And he's been a United player since the age of 7, and he's progressed up the ranks fantastically well. And he did say there would break through in negotiations as well, but he has been playing a key role in the Manchester United squad as Marcus Rashford, as we all currently know as well. But his performances have been absolutely fantastic indeed. So if he is to sign this new 6-year deal, it'd take him to the age of 27, because he's 21 now, and it would take him under contract till 2025 as well. Haven't heard much about the David De Gea, you know, in contract negotiations about David De Gea as well. But I think he will commit to a new long-term deal with De Gea. I think if he does commit to this new long-term deal, he will be set to become the highest paid goalkeeper in world football. I think the highest paid as well in the Premier League, and overall the 9th best paid as well, David De Gea. I think he's set to sign a new deal. Is it worth around 350,000 or is it £400,000 a week, something like that? I do think it's going to be a new 5-year deal as well. Which is very, very good news indeed. So as the week goes on, we'll hear more updates on what's going on with Herrera and all that, and, you know, Juan Mata and all that. Maybe they may give a return date, you know, when they are going to recover from injury and all that. So we will see, and we're hopefully somewhere along the line, you know, it's not too severe, their current injuries, as I said. But tonight, initially, when I first saw the lineup, it did say it was a 4-1-2-1-2 formation, but then it obviously got changed to a 4-2-3-1. So he did go with De Gea in that. Young. He didn't make any rotation in that back line. He went with the same back line. You know, he went with De Gea, Young, you know, Smalling, Lindelof. Smalling's been irregular since he's come back from injury. Lindelof, you know, Luke Shaw. You saw Fred, McTominay, where them 2 holding midfielders. You saw Pogba in the number 10. You saw Sanchez on the left. You saw Diego Dalot on the right. Diego Dalot, you know, is very, very young. You know, I think he's got a lot of years ahead of him, you know, to grow, develop and flourish. As I said, you know, Diego Dalot, you know, but he was actually on the right-hand side, you know, in more of an attacking position. But he's mainly right back, isn't it, Diego Dalot? But obviously Ashley Young was playing at that right back position, as I said. But as I did say, guys, I will try and catch up here with the highlights, as I said. So anyway, guys, drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe, as always, and take care. God bless you.